Hello, my little sugar-coated chicken kebabs. I think that's the weirdest one I've said yet. Imagine eating like a chicken kebab just like wrapped in sugar. Actually, just kidding. That sounds repulsive. What the f? Hello, my loves. Are you thinking about binding? Do you want to have a flatter chest? Why do I sound like a salesman right now? I'm just gonna like move you guys a little bit closer and I'm gonna turn the light up a little bit. Did that even do anything? I hope it did. It looked a little bit dim in here. I promise I'm not trying to sell you anything, but binders is the topic of my video today. If you didn't know by the, the title that says what the video is about, we're gonna be talking about binders today. The magical, semi-expensive, and very painful piece of material that it is. Disclaimer, before I start this. Oh, they stopped as soon as I started dancing. They definitely saw me from the window and was like, cut this shit out now. Disclaimer before I start this baddie out. Throughout this video, I'm gonna talk about my personal experience with binders rather than like Googling facts and statistics about all that stuff and letting you guys know that, because you can Google that yourself. You don't wanna sit here and listen to me talking about stuff I'm reading off the internet, right? One, I think it's more informative if I talk about my experiences. And two, I'm not a doctor. I don't wanna give you the wrong information. I know like it looks like I'm a doctor, like come on, but I swear I'm not. When I was a wee lad binding, I wore that constantly. I still feel like it's dark in here. Whoa, just turn the light on. So glad this ring light like works, and so glad I have to use this light as well. And also the sunlight. I'm so glad I invested in this ring light. Worth it, very much worth it. I feel like I'm too low, so I'm gonna sit on a pillow now. Wow, we're just making all kinds of adjustments right now. I should have did this before I started the video. Stupid cam. Hold on, gotta get my butt comfortable. All right, where was I? Don't know. When I was a wee lad and binding, I wore that constantly. Way, way, way too much than you actually should. I wore my binder for probably 10 plus hours a day. Yep, 10. That's a lot. There's only 24 hours in a day. Hi Mojo. You say hello? Hello! It made me feel so much better about myself. I wore it to the gym, I wore it to work, I wore it at home alone. You too? You didn't bind, don't lie. I put it on right back after I took a shower. Basically, I wore my binder up until I was about to fall asleep. Even sometimes I slept with it. I do not recommend keeping your binder on for more than 5 to 6 hours a day. Especially if you're like, moving around and being active and stuff. You just, no, don't do it. I had top surgery 2 years ago, so I'm 2 years post-op. See? Ah, nice. $9,000 nipples. Oh yeah. I would say like 6 months after having surgery, I could still feel how bad my back hurt from constantly wearing a binder. My back, I'm not kidding you, became so messed up. I literally thought I was 80 years old. My back became so sore. It hurt to move. It hurt to breathe. I literally like needed a back massage 24/7, but I couldn't afford it, so I stuck with the pain. It really did become so difficult to breathe. Like, I live on the 4th floor of my apartment building, and I think it's like 45 steps to get up to my apartment. By the time I got up those steps, winded. You would think I just ran the Boston Marathon. Nope. The best binder I ever owned was the GC2B. I had the tri-top, so it came up to like over here, and it worked so well. It didn't show underneath my clothes like my previous binder from Underworks did, but with the GC2B binder, you really couldn't see anything underneath it. It was super comfortable, and it was really easy to get on and off. Binders are so difficult to get on and off sometimes that like you just literally like you're stuck like this, and like you can't breathe, your face is getting red, you're panicking, you think you're gonna be like this forever. The worst though was right out of the shower, you gotta put your binder on and you're wet, you're still wet, you can't get that bad boy on. Super hard. Before, I hated talking about my binder and binding altogether. I hated the topic being brought up. It made me feel like the whole discussion was focused on what was underneath my binder. You hear the birds? Tweet, tweet. I think they're tweeting back at me. I used to get so paranoid and nervous that anyone would see my binder, especially at the gym. When you're working out, you really can't wear a lot of clothes, you know what I mean? You have to wear like workout clothes because you're gonna get hot, you're gonna get sweaty. You don't want to be wearing a fur jacket. I was so scared someone would see like a binder underneath and they would say something. I was so paranoid anyone would see the outline of the binder. Despite all the pain, it literally saved my life. It helped me feel so much more comfortable with my body, and it helped me pass before I had top surgery. It made me completely flat, and that's exactly what I needed. If you're binding, please remember it is nothing to be ashamed of. I used to get so down about having to bind. I felt disgusting, and I felt so many negative things about having to put the binder on and off each day. Every time I would put it on, I would feel so horrible about myself, and every time taking it off, it's like I see myself now. Bad situation for my mental health and for my body too. My poor body. Thank you for like being good now. Thank you for being healthy and strong. I wish I had the same mindset I do now about binding rather than how I used to feel. Please remember that you will not be binding forever. It is a temporary thing. You're gonna be completely flat one day. I pinky promise. I don't break these. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you guys out. If you are in a situation where you're having to bind every day, please, please, please be safe with binding and your decisions with your binder. Be that smart bean I know you are and make smart decisions. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Your body is gonna pay the consequences at the end if you don't treat it well. I'm always here for questions, advice, or just a friend. My social media handles are down below. So if you would like to contact me, hit me up. Do it. Go for it, please. I have no friends. I need friends. I love you guys so much. Please remember, be safe, and I'll talk to you guys later.